I thought I would very quickly make a video on what happened. Because as you know, I tried restarting Nordic Stitches videos last year under the name Forest Knits. Short version goes like this. Life happened in many ways, literally. So I really, back then, so last summer when I moved to Sweden, I really felt I wanted to spend my time reconnecting with my knitting and you guys, and I still really want to reconnect with you guys. However, I very quickly realized I didn't miss making knitting content, and here is why. I mass-produced so many things when I was online as Nordic Stitches, and I fell right back into that mindset when I started again last year. I don't need to knit socks for probably a decade. I have more shawls, and I have ripped out most of the shawls that I've knit than I care to think about. I have more equipment and yarn than I need, and I've gotten rid of so much. It literally took over my life and mindset. The thing that I missed and wanted to reconnect with was the community. But then something else happened. Like I said, life happened in many ways, and I wasn't in Sweden very long. I'm not going to go into all the details, but let's just say the universe did not want me there. I actually ended up becoming homeless for the third time in my life, December 1st. Happy Advent! That's one of the reasons I didn't do any Vlogmas last year, because I had hoped that I would from Sweden. But that didn't happen for obvious reasons. Spent 2 days in a car with my brother with everything I owned on a truck through Sweden in polar cold. Before ending up on my mother's hobby room on a fold-out bed for 6 months. That is the short version. And during these 6 months, something else very interesting happened. And as you know, I have been open and honest about my health situation since I started on YouTube in 2016. Many of you have been with me since that very beginning, and I cannot tell you how excited that makes me. My health situation changed drastically, starting on September 4th, because I never gave up. I actually finally found what helped me. And in less than 200 days, in 148 days actually to be exact, from the day I started what I found until my doctor declared me healthy and fit for work and healthier than ever, it took 148 days. I no longer have any of the health problems that I did. I'm doing something that is helping me tremendously, and it has given me life. It has literally given me life. As you know, battling chronic health problems, if you live with it, you know that it's like living in a prison. It is literally just holding you back from everything you want to do, and you're just stuck with images in your head, daydreaming about what if. I've gone from what if to doing everything I've ever dreamed of doing. I have energy beyond what I could ever possibly imagine. I have the capacity to do whatever I want. And I am slowly using that to build my own businesses. I'm building 2 businesses now. And this time I'm actually building a business. Nordic Stitches was never a business. But the gratefulness that I feel over being able to do what I've always wanted to do is beyond what I can express in words. And I very quickly realized that knitting for me was always an escape mechanism. I escaped my thoughts around my health and my situation. I knitted. If I had a bad day with pain, I knitted. And coming back here and making knitting content is just not anymore fitting with what I want to do. Like I mentioned, I mass produced a lot when I operated as Nordic Stitches, for example, but that's not all. I've always actually preferred tiny stitches and lace and natural colors, and nothing of that was represented, I feel, in Nordic Stitches. I've actually started instead now doing that for myself. So, for example, I have knit a skirt from a picture that I had in my head. I thought that looks good in my head. I'm probably able to do that with my knitting designer skills, and I did. So I knit myself this skirt on 3mm needles, and I fell so much in love with the yarn that I decided I'm gonna knit myself a long-sleeved, very long lace dress on 2mm needles. Let me tell you, that takes forever. That's not podcast material because it's gonna take me months to complete that dress. But I am enjoying those stitches so much more than I ever did knitting socks or shawls. And even though that's been fun too, the most fun for me having Nordic Stitches YouTube channel was you, connecting with you. And that's always why I came online and shared what I was doing. Because of you. And that is why I'm coming on here today to share this from my heart to yours. Because I didn't disappear from the internet. I'm actually still very much active. I share my new life in the Arctic, because I'm living in the Arctic now with the tall mountains and the beautiful oceans and the beautiful beaches and all the things. I'm living in paradise right now because I finally found a home to move into on June 1st, literally on the day 6 months later from becoming homeless. And I share all of that journey, that story, my new home, over on my other YouTube channel, Lily Skog. I am very much done sharing my knitting content, but I wanted to come on here and tell you about my new life and my new endeavors online, my businesses and all the things, because you've been such a big part of my life for so many years, and this is when I get emotional. Crap, I do this all the time. I wonder if there's a button I can turn off. All of your beautiful comments and love throughout these years when I was battling through the worst period of my life meant so much more to me than I could ever express in words. You're beautiful. I love you. And if you want to continue the journey with me, you are more than welcome to do so over on my other YouTube channel. There won't be much knitting, I'm sorry. But I can promise you that I am not done with making videos. And I know that a lot of you actually found my YouTube channel and loved it because it stood out from the rest. Because I am so glad in spending time in nature and sharing that part of my life with you. And let me tell you, now that I have health to wander out in any season, there's no limits anymore, my dearest friends. I am just having a different focus because I like to refer to it as being given life. I'm pushing 40, guys. Woo! What happened? I started on YouTube when I was 30. It's beautiful. But yeah, so I just I'm not done sharing. Because I've gone from just daydreaming about doing things to being able to doing things. And I want to share that with you. And again, if you want to join me on the rest of the journey, on the continuing parts, then of course you are more than welcome to do so. But this is the final video that I upload here. But it was important to me to come here and actually say thank you and just express the love I have for you. Because I don't think I was ever good enough to doing that. But it meant a lot. And there I go again. Oof. Yeah. Thank you for having been with me through all of that crap and all of that knitting. All of the highs and all of the lows. And just know that I love you and appreciate you. And as I've always done on Nordic Stitches and when I tried coming back as Forest Knits. Be kind, be good, spread love and acceptance, and embrace diversity. I I can't believe I'm still crying. Oh, have an absolutely wonderful day, and I hope to see you over on my other channel. Bye. Goodness me for the crying. It's amazing how many tears a body can produce, actually.